Chocolate, smile more. I guess we are good. Everything looks good. Okay. Try to make sure we're all set up here. Looks like we're good. It looks like we're good. All right, we are running through a league. So the goal, I recorded the podcast last night with Michael Mapson, the Dark Depths podcast, and during this podcast, I noted that I needed to qualify for the ManaTraders event. I hadn't played a single match, and I had, by the time I was done editing and all that fun stuff, I had about 2 hours left. So I decided I was going to just play the fastest deck possible. Mapson had suggested Red Black Shadow on the cast, so I thought I would jump in there. Deck turned out to be really good, so we're going to play this a little bit just to get a little more practice with it. Obviously, I played 8 matches actually yesterday, so I have a little bit of practice, but I do want to get a little bit more. So just so we can kind of see the deck we're talking about here, Red Black Shadow is playing a bunch of new cards. The one that is the most noteworthy to me, at least, is the Scourge of the Skyclaves. Not being cordial here. Scourge of the Skyclaves is basically a larger Death Shadow, which is absurd in a lot of situations, but it's just a red-black aggressive deck. So we are going to play this. Get a couple matches going on here. But like I said, I did play 8 matches yesterday. So for the ManaTraders event, you're supposed to play 10 and win 70% of them. It was actually really lucky. I had 10 minutes left to get 2 matches done in 10 minutes. The second to last match, which is the one I really needed to win, just for time concerns, my opponent comes in and says, "Hey, I just need my 10th match, so I'm just gonna concede to you." I was like, "Oh, that's actually great. Okay." So they just like snap conceded, and then I just went into the queue and did the same thing, basically, just snap conceded because I just needed the 10th match there. Join. Okay. This sounds exciting. Okay, we're on the play. Alright, so I'm going to hide the chat. Yes, Lurth is going to be my companion. So once again, this is a very aggressive deck. This is maybe too aggressive. Like, this at least gets me down to 14. I think with the Scourge, this makes it playable. Like, if this was double Dust Shadow, I can't keep this, but I think I can because of the Scourge. So we'll keep this. Like, my opponent is usually good for at least doing some damage to themselves, which makes it a little easier. I'm just going to bobble my opponent here. So they bobbled them, the reveal bobble. That's fine. We're going to shock ourselves and then pass. Draw a card. Swiftspear, okay. I am fine with Swiftspear. Their bobble. They're gonna bobble me. I'll say, they're obviously playing. Oh, the double bobble. Okay. Okay. Delta. So they could be playing Shadow themselves. Maybe Joan Shadow, maybe. Yep, Delta. Like, matchup like this, the Scourge is going to be a beating. The Death Shadow is going to be good too, so I'm pretty happy with this overall right now. Alright. What do you thoughts? My brain says you just take the Scourge. Like, they have access to Fatal Push as well, but the Scourge ends up being able to play. the shadow, sure. So effectively, so I'm going to end up having a 4/4 here, which is okay. It's totally fine. The Scourge is the scarier card of this matchup. I don't think they understand that yet, but that's fine. We'll keep the Bolt for right now. They're going to draw their card. Okay. I would have preferred a fetch there. Looks like my top card again. Okay. We're just going to shock and play the Scourge. We'll pass after that. So, and the nice thing too is like it's going to be very hard for them to kill it. If I mutagenic growth, this becomes a 6/6 and then pumps up to an 8/8. And the other thing too is like from here, unless they have, you know, Fatal Push, if I draw Team or Battle Rage, they're just dead, which is also absurd. They're gonna go to 11, I'm guessing. Yep. Go to 9, sure. I feel like they don't. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. It's fine. Fatal Push? One thing, if they have Fatal Push, I understand at least. If they don't have Fatal Push, okay. Yeah, if they don't have Fatal Push, just all of this makes no sense to me. But I think still the breeding pool on tapped still doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm assuming they have something that I'm just like not quite aware of. I don't really need to do anything particularly fancy here. I do wonder why they have. Why they shocked for this? I mean, maybe they're shocking with the damage. They're just dead now? Okay. I don't know. I just don't know what their hand has to be. Like, their hand has to be not even good, but like fantastic. I don't quite understand what they're doing, but I guess is it a trap? Am I like just not thinking about some very obvious card here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, like, that's... Yeah, I agree, Scooter. I just, like, that's the only thing that even makes sense. And obviously, that's ludicrous, right? Like, they're not doing that. The shock in the breeding pool just seems, like, so unnecessarily aggressive. We'll say it like that. Try to be nice here. I definitely want the pushes. Brutalities don't seem great. Feed the Squirm's probably okay. Like, they're playing a bunch of 1 and 2 toughness creatures, so I'm okay taking 1 or 2 to kill their creatures. It's debating playing Ingrath as Rampage, and I think that's... I always think that's fine, because I only play so many creatures. Like, it usually is going to be, like, essentially Doomblade, right? But I'm not sure if that's actually what I want. I think I'm going to cut... Because this is my kind of philosophy on Death Shadow versus Burn. Like, you really need to hold this stuff until they're almost dead, but you don't really want it early because it just enables them. So I think maybe we'll just go like this. Have these 5 cards in there. They do have a lot of removal spells, like the Team of Battle Rages. Maybe I don't need 3 of them, but at the same time, I think the Team of Battle Rages are just so good in this version. Like, I think in Grixis Death Shadow, and one thing we talked about this on the podcast last night, with the Grixis Death Shadow list, like they're like playing 2 or maybe 1 Team of Battle Rage, but they only played the 4. I mean, they've obviously updated their list, but they've only been playing 4 Shadows. I think with the Scourges, it's now kind of justified to have more things you want to Team of Battle Rage. Like, the Gurmag Angler is only a 5/5, and Scourge is very easily an 8/8 in a lot of games. So I think maybe we just play this. I think this is fine. Actually, you know what? I actually want to switch. No, I guess that's fine. I'm like debating if I actually want to have the bumps in because I'm bringing all these black cards in. But maybe that's actually more justification for me cutting red cards. But I don't know. Okay, we'll submit this. Okay. What are we doing? I would like this to be my companion. I think this is okay. Like, I just think the one drops are so good here. And I'm all getting two. I think we'll keep this. If I don't draw a land on turn one, I'm probably just going to crack a bauble, see what the top card is, try to draw a card like that. I'd rather keep the second bauble for prowess triggers, but you need to draw lands, obviously. Yep. Yeah! Got there! Whoa! Let's just shock. Play Soul Scar, pass. Yeah, not gonna play the baubles or anything like that. I don't know, maybe they'll kill my Soul Scar Mage and Surgical me again. That's a possibility. That was also weird. Like, I guess main deck Surgical is like not landish card to be playing, but at the same time, why are you playing main deck Surgical? Like, I just don't think you need to be doing that right now unless you're playing TBR. Okay. Yeah, I just like was not a fan of that. Let's play the Delta. We'll attack for one. I don't think it needs to be scary here. We'll play Soul Scar and just pass back. And once again, I just want to hold the baubles for prowess triggers at this point. I don't need anything in particular. I think my hand's actually pretty solid. If they decided to end up like playing a Goyf here, they have a 3/4. They're gonna play Diabolic Edict. Sure, you got it, champ. That's such a bad turn. Okay. Great. Let's play Bauble. Let's just auto yield here. Let's target ourselves. Bloodstone Mire, I definitely do not want that. So let's fetch. Let's get another Blood Crypt. Let's play another Bauble. This is 3. We're just like kind of doing the math here. I can lightning bolt them down to 15, and then cast TBR, which puts them down to 5, which is like meh. I mean, 5 is obviously not terrible. I just don't think I want to be doing that necessarily. I'm better off probably just saving this for when Shadow is a little better. You can't cast Shadow right now either, which is unfortunate. Probably look at their top cards to see what they have cooking. I could save it. I could actually just, and maybe I'll just do that instead. Maybe I'll just put Lurrus in my hand. Get my mana a little more effectively, save my TBR. I don't think they're playing any creatures here. Even if they do, it's not like I can play around them just going like Fatal Push into Goyf or something like that. Yeah, so I'm just double checking. I can put them to 15, and then the Lightning Bolt, the TBR, deals them 10. That puts them to 5. It's not quite impressive enough. So we're just going to attack for 3 here. Attack for 3. Great. Do I even want to crack the bauble? Like, my hand's pretty good already. We'll save it, actually. There's a... I'm going to be honest, I have very little faith in this opponent with their surgicals, so I think there's a chance, too, that if I put the second bauble in the graveyard, they're going to surgical them, and then I won't have any baubles to get back with the lure, so I'm going to keep it in my hand until I can actually use it. Dossies is really nice here. Are they gonna... Grace, okay. Grace is good. Okay. Saving this. Do you wonder what's in their hand? This will make it a lot easier. Sure, you got it, champ. Let's... I just, like, don't care about this stuff. I think we take the... Do I care about Veil, even in this spot? Veil doesn't actually do anything. I really don't care about Surgical. I think that's really weird. But I was right, though, at least. I can kind of play around that a little bit. Kind of want to take the Stubs and the Snapcaster Mage. I think that's fine. Maybe just take the Snapcaster. Oh, the Snapcaster Mage isn't doing anything. It's just a 2-1 for right now. The Snub is good, though. Yeah, the Veil doesn't do anything. If a Surgical is turned, it doesn't do... Or if a Surgical, if I Dossies is turned, it doesn't do anything. Their hand's, like, so weak, though. I'm okay taking Snap. I'm gonna Dotsy some again. Yeah, I'm gonna Dotsy some again. So, a second Thoughtseize. We'll take the Stub. We're gonna go to combat. They're not gonna block, because cowards can't block warriors. Ooh, feisty opponent. Yeah, we'll bolt that. Yeah. Yes. What a fool. Save Surgical, double Veil. That's absolutely fine with me. We'll pass from here. That's nice. I mean, not for them. Ooh, Edict. Okay, it's fine. I'm okay with that. Have fun. So we can play... Well, they're tapped out. Like, I know what their hand is. Actually, exactly. Okay. I don't know if that changes anything for me. I can go Swiftspear. Swiftspear Shadow. I think I just go Luris. They have no responses. That's great. We'll look at their top card. Yeah! Yeah, opponent! Good job. Cool. Yeah, they weren't winning that. This deck is sweet. Yeah, so I went 6-2 with this last night. We finished the podcast and I had about 2 hours to try to play 10 leagues for the ManaTraders event. So I went 6-2. I beat humans twice. I had a game where they had double Auriok champion, and I just killed them with a double striking Scourge. It was like a, I think it was like a 15-15 or something absurd. Cool. The dock is in. Okay. I would like Luris to be my companion. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm fine with this. So I can put myself at least down to 14. The bump's going to put them to at least 17, so I can play this on turn 2 as a 3-3. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, I kind of would rather keep the bolt open, but at the same time, if I do that, there's a chance that I can't actually play this on turn 2 if they just go, like, Forest, Arbor Elf, or something like that, so. Alright, so we're going to fetch. Once again, the Blustered Mire gets all of our lands. These ones do not. And we'll actually go Lava Spike. I'm still under the impression that them taking damage is better than them losing life, just in case. Like, even, I can't even think what the card's called now. Angel's Grace. Someone had Angel's Grace yesterday, and the Bump of the Night obviously kind of gets around that, because it doesn't deal the damage. You can put them down to negative life. Okay, so they're probably playing humans. But put them down to negative life. And then from there, they died in their upkeep, which was nice. So I'm going to have a 3-3. Totally good. Put a counter on their Vial. I'm in okay shape here. We'll put Champion of the Parish into play. Probably follow up with a Thraben Thalia's Lieutenant. Oh, Thalia, sure. Thalia proper. Delightful. I've got a 3-3. My opponent has a Death Wish. Not really. Maybe I should have bolted and then bumped. Okay. Yeah, probably would have been better. That would have been better. This is a mistake. It's fine. I'm kind of here now. I definitely should have just killed that, gone to combat, and bumped. I keep doing the same thing. Actually, you know what? They've seen the Lava Spike. Doesn't think it actually matters logistically. I'm gonna just play bump. Yeah, I can't target ourselves with bump. It's like one of those things like, oh, that'd be sweet. It's like, it actually would be sweet. I'd actually be really happy, but like at the same time, I don't want to be doing that. So this is the part with humans I get worried about, because now I have obviously enough pressure. What was the name? Bolt, Tribuar. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're probably right with Meddling Mage. Mantis Rider. Like, do you deal me 6 here? Ooh, do you deal me 8 here? 9 here? Okay. Yep, 10 here. Put me to 2. That's a lot of damage. That's lethal. I'm dead now? Yeah, I'm dead now. I can spike you, I can bump you. Let's bauble. Look at your top card. Cigarette. That's upsetting. This is obviously lethal, and they have to block. I can put them down to 4, but I cannot kill them, so we will just die there. Okay. So this is one of the matchups too. I'm not sure if I need how much removal to bring in. Like, I like the pushes. I don't think we need the brutalities. I like Rampage in general, but I don't think I need it here. I think I'm okay with just bringing the Feed the Swarms. But the Rampages are at least additional removal, so like, I think that's actually okay. Cutting the bumps. Cutting a spike. Do they have... You know, actually, I'm going to keep the bumps. But it's target. It's still targets. It doesn't matter. I was going to say, maybe I want to bring in the... Bring that in just so I can play around Leyline of Sanctity, but it doesn't matter because it still targets. You have a Rampage of Violence. I'm sure that's pretty relevant for you. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so let's bring in the Rampages 2, and we'll cut the rest of the spikes. So we just got rid of the spikes and the bumps. And once again, like, that game was kind of indicative of my feelings. There's a lot of situations where I spend all this time dealing damage to myself, and then I'm just, like, way too low, and they can just kill me with some random attack with 10 in the air. That's probably not going to work, so let's throw that back. Probably not going to work either. We'll throw that one back. I'm running out of options here. We'll keep this. Let's throw back Mutagenic Growth and a Rampage, I guess. Okay. I'm just going to play this tapped. I think I'm just going to assume that my Shadow is not going to be turned on by my cards. Ziggurat. You've got a 1/1. I get a land? You get a Thoughtseize. I'll take Thoughtseize. Okay. Champion. Okay. Annoying, but okay. They have really nothing else going on besides that. I think we probably just take a champion, because I don't want to deal with a bunch of ever-growing creatures. The Mantis Rider is going to be annoying later. Hopefully I can kind of figure that out. I have no play, so you can go. Yeah, without the second land, it's kind of rough. So they just drew Cavern of Souls. They Horizon Canopy in hand. They're just going to play Freebooter. That's fine. They get a 2/2. I think they take Lightning Bolt here. If I draw a land, I get the Feedless Worm. Rampage isn't terrible either because it gives me access back to one of the two of them. Yep. Okay, not what I wanted, but fine. At least comes into play. And like once again, they're in this weird bind where they deal me too much damage, I get to play my Death Shadow. They obviously get to bounce it back with the Reflector Mage, which is kind of frustrating too, which they could do right now, which I don't think is unreasonable. Bounce Soul Scar, deal me 4, that unlocks Death Shadow, but Death Shadow's a 1/1, so who kind of cares? The first couple turns, they're just going to play Mantis Rider. Okay. I'll take 7. Okay. I got a Death Shadow. Nope. Imping a 4/4 is relevant. It's kind of upsetting too, they have flying here. So it'll be a little bit harder for me. Yep. Champion. Into Reflector Mage. Bounce Shadow. Yep. Yeah, I think we're dead. Yeah, land would have been great. I think we're just dead here. Alright, I'm taking that. Yeah, we're just dead. That's okay. Mold of 5, not hit with the second land. The deck does only play 18 lands, I think. I think it's 18 lands. So, like, there are a number of games where you just mulligan into Oblivion, 18 lands. Mulligan into Oblivion, not being able to find the first or second land. And once again, if you find the second land, you're usually like, off to the races. And there's a lot of hands because of just how cheap this curve is. So you can keep a one-lander and play Magic for a couple turns without hitting the second, but you need to eventually hit the second. I can't keep this either. This is fine. We'll just ship back the mountain. We're just gonna fetch Blood Crypt, play Soul Scar. I'm assuming they're gonna deal themselves damage. The number of that's the other thing too. The number of decks that just have fetch lands at this point are just like so high, or even like the I had a game yesterday. I'm trying to think of what the deck was, but they had the black-white Silent Clearing, right? The Horizon land. And it's just like the number of decks in this format that just have lands that come and play. Okay. And deal damage, which is very high. Let's. Oh, I get the mountain back. That's nice of it. Go to 19, idiot. Ah, gotcha. Could you imagine if they end up playing Radiant Fountain and they kill my Scourge? I will be such a sad panda. Dear opponent, please do not play Radiant Fountain. Dear opponent, please do not play Radiant Fountain. Dear opponent, please do not play Radiant Fountain. Oh, thank goodness. Ooh, that was concerning. Okay. We're not going to be able to do terribly much here. I could Lightning Bolt them, put them to 16, play TBR, but like, blah, whatever. The Lightning Bolt is going to their face, I think. I don't think they can really do anything relevant with it. So let's just bolt them here. Let's auto yield. Now I've got a 4/4. I'm going to deal them a boatload of damage. They take 6. 10. And like this is nice too, because now this is going to get bigger because I say it gets bigger, not because their life total dictates it gets bigger. Let me good agree, super dead. Seems like it wouldn't. Seems like it plays. Doesn't seem like it plays very well from behind. Yeah, I mean that game was a little blah blah blah. That game was a little rough. I'm gonna fetch now. We'll just get Blood Crypt. Play Bloodstained Mire. Let's go to combat. They're super dead. Unless they have some kind of weird interaction. Dear opponent, do you have interaction? Or are you just super dead? Prowess, yes, that's also relevant. Yeah, dead opponent! Okay. So they're playing the Belcher deck, looks like. So, with the Belcher deck, Brutality good? Like, I haven't actually seen this deck, so, like, we talked about it on the podcast, we talked about the Legacy version. I haven't seen the modern version. I think Brutalities are just fine. And then I can probably cut... I would say cut Lightning Bolt, but that doesn't make any sense. I could just cut Lava Spikes. Something like that. Like, I don't think Tormod Crypt is relevant. Maybe, I mean, like, I'm trying to think if what they actually do. I'm assuming they actually just kill you with Belcher. Like, make a bunch of mana, kill you with Belcher. I don't think they play like Narcomoeba or Lightning Helix or anything like that. Not Lightning Helix, but the Dredge player, the card's name is Lightning Helix. I forget what it's actually called. But I feel like the Rampages don't matter because usually when they have the Belcher, I'm just dead anyways. I actually think they're just like too slow for me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it actually matters what I do. Like anything short of a ham sandwich is gonna be kind of game over here. Yeah, oops, with, the Spy, the Informer. I think we'll just do the Brutalities and just kind of move on. If they bring in something relevant, we'll double check. Like maybe there is a version of this that has, like, the Tormod Crypt might be good if, like, the graveyard is relevant somehow, but... Okay. This looks fantastic. Yeah, like, this is a great hand. Like, it's just a great hand. So we're going to go to, I think, 12 by turn 2. Then we'll go into 5, too. I don't know how well that deck mulligans. Like, I feel like that's not quite the deck mulligan to 4. Have fun. Like, even on the draw, like, you having that extra half turn, I feel like if you're mulliganing to 5 and 4, you're not having a good time. But we're going to use the Delta, fetch 4, Blood Crypt, get Swift Spear, get Swifty. Yep, you got Champ. Champ in the making. No, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, maybe I should have done that on my turn. We'll wait on the Bauble. We'll do that next turn. Blood Crypt. just gonna attack for 1 here. Bloop. So nice. We're all having a good time. Oh yeah, with bump with Thoughtseize, this is like significantly better. Cold Steel Heart. You got it. They chose black, that's fine. Okay, so we are going to Brutality. I don't know. I still don't know what they actually play in the deck. I just think Brutality should be good. Okay, let's cast Bauble, because that's kind of where I want to start anyways. Bauble. I actually feel like I want to Thoughtseize myself. Or Thoughtseize Bauble myself. Let's Bauble myself. I just don't know what they're... I have Thoughtseize there. I would like Thoughtseize. So I'm going to just play this. We will attack. Mutagenic Growth. Now. Do 5. Play Scourge. I got a 5/5. I think they're done at my turn. Right, like I get to... Yep. Informer, sure. Okay. I have 2 cards in hand. Could be anything. Anything. Let's Thoughtseize first. That's probably the safest bet. Also gets makes my Scourge bigger, which is absurd. They got Narcomoeba and Informer. Let's just take the card they can actually cast, I guess. Do I bump them now, or do I bump them later? I think I bump them now. Yeah, I bump them now, because they can't activate this. They can't activate the Informer now, and they're dead if they don't block. Yep, cool. Not bad. Cool. And also, like, I've been on for 30 minutes, and somehow we we finished 3 matches already. That's awesome. Yeah, they mulliganed down to 5 too, so like they were kind of in trouble from the get-go. I don't know how you're supposed to win. I feel like this match has to be hard for them anyways because I apply pressure so quickly. But especially if you're going to mulligan down to 5, like there's no way that's going to work in your favor. Like I think with some decks you might be able to get away with it. Like a slow Amulet draw, you'd probably be okay. Maybe versus like the Uro decks, be okay. But like there's no way with that kind of start at least. When I'm threatening a 4/4 on turn. Or was it 4/4? It was like a 5/5 on turn 2. That only got bigger on my turn. It was a 10/10 by the time I get to attack with it for the first time. No, they're dead. Match number 4. Be on the play. Nice. Oh, I would like Luris to be my companion. Thank you. This looks fine. And like once again, this is like obviously very aggressive, but this is a really nice Death Shadow hand. That like regardless of the Scourge, this is just a good hand. So, and that's the thing too. Like I feel like this only made Death Shadow a better deck. Like we were just adding in another card, and I think the big issue with the deck in general, in my mind at least, is that you needed to play a third color to justify playing Gurmag Angler in a lot of situations, or another additional threat like Tarmogoyf. And now at this point, it's kind of like, well, this is just good enough playing red and black. Like we don't need anything else. I just want TBR and some giant black creature. Let's start easy, bro. What you got going on? Tell me your secrets. Ooh. Oh. Well, okay. Well, we're just going to take your Swift Spear. and then leave you with this hand that kills itself. It kills you. Cool. Okay, so they're going to try to kill me. No possible play. With this hand, they've got a mountain, which is a good start. They have gut shot, they have lightning bolt, but otherwise they're not dealing me a ton of damage. Let's just use the delta, put myself down to 12. I could spike myself, but that seems loose. I think I just play Soul Scar Mage. And I gotta start being more careful too, because they have a third of my life total in their hand. Let's just play this. Yeah, let's just play this. You know, actually, they don't have anything going on really. Like, I could also... No, that seems loose. I was going to say, I could play the Shadow as a 1-1. They could gut shot it, which is fine, because I can get back Lurith, but they have Lightning Bolt and they have gut shot. So we'll just wait. Like, I'm okay if they kill the Soul Scar Mage here. Yeah, skipping school. School's for nerds. No, we have a day off. The seniors are doing their SATs. They shut down the school, so I do not have to be there. Nice. So it's a matter of kind of using my mana effectively or not. Like, I could just go get... they actually used their Lightning Bolt, so... Let's just do this. I'm going to go to... once again, it's a matter of, like, how dangerous do I want to be. But I feel okay. Let's go to 9. We'll play Shadow. We'll play Soul Scar, and then we'll pass. I have a 4/4, right? So that we need, like, I'll have drawn another Lightning Bolt to go along with their gut shot. We'll pass after that. Yeah, so I'm off for the day, which is nice. I got to do a bunch of things I've been kind of neglecting, like my dog. For those who have met my dog before, is husky, part. My brain says shepherd. It's not shepherd. You got me? Sure. Mostly pit. A little bit border collie. So her hair. That's a nice card. Okay. Let's spike. Okay. We'll spike and play Scourge. What if I died to claim the Firstborn? Could you imagine? Gotta be so mad. I'm gonna play this 2-mana 10/10. I hope you don't mind, opponent. If you have a problem, you can just concede or do something else. But yeah, I've been, like, once school starts, there's a bunch of things I just neglect around the house. So, like, I haven't vacuumed in, like, a couple weeks, yeah. So my carpet was gross. I had to, like, empty it, like, 4 times, which was absurd. Okay. I think they're just gonna go, like, shuffling with Manamorphose, yeah. Morphos. You got a Manamorphose again. So you have to, like, Manamorphose into, like, double Lightning Bolt gut shot? Is that what you're kind of hoping for with this kind of hand? Manamorphose. Blue-red. Oh. Opt. Sure. Is this blue-red prowess? Is that what I've been playing against? Okay, sure. I did not realize. I actually had no idea. I hadn't really thought about it. I knew they were doing stuff. I didn't really care about what said stuff was. That's really funny. If they're playing prowess, I would want the fatal pushes. I think I'm okay with Rampage. I think Rampage is fine. The Brutality obviously is going to hit something from their hand and potentially kill a prowess creature, but not always. Yeah, my stuff is just better. Like, it's not close. I think I'm okay cutting bumps and a couple spikes here. I'm like still hesitant about cutting the mutagenic growth just because they're so powerful. Like, I think versus like Burn, you probably want to cut them, but in this matchup, I think it's hard to justify it. So I'm gonna not bring in the Feed the Swarms. Like, they're good versus the prowess creatures, but they're really bad against the Stormwing entity. So I want to make sure I have something that's able to kill that. And obviously, Fatal Push can't kill that, but I think the trade-off is how effectively this kills the prowess creatures on one. That I'm okay there. As long as I can handle the small creatures between the Lightning Bolts and the Fatal Pushes, the the Storming entity should be able to be handled by the Rampage. Maybe I do want to have, like, at least one Feed the Swarm, but I also don't necessarily want to take 5 for that deck either. Okay, we'll submit this. Mapson, you're in the chat. Are you planning on streaming at 3? I thought you were going to stream at 3. I was trying to record this before you got on. Okay. I would like Loris to be my companion. Thank you. Okay. This is like fine, and like I'm doing enough stuff. I think I'm gonna end up just playing the bauble on one, because I don't want to risk not hitting a second land. I think if I hit a second land, I'm like way ahead. I just think my hand's really good. Yeah, and like they're playing Islet on turn 1. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not actually sure what they're doing. Maybe they have Simian Spirit Guide. Light up the stage on turn 1. Got it. We are on it. Soul Scar. Birth Lightning. Okay. I want to bauble regardless. I feel like I want to go Soul Scar, but I also want to get use of the prowess. I don't necessarily want to bank on hitting a second land. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll start. Okay, cool. That makes me feel better. Let's. Once again, I don't think this is ideal sequencing, but it's more dependent on the fact I want to play the bauble and I want to get my prowess triggers as well. If I hit my second land, it's going to make the Scourge a lot better. So I'm just kind of doing this to maximize the chance of me being able to play a 6/6 Scourge next turn. So we got bauble. Just going to target our opponent. Just want to see what's on top of their deck. They're going to have these two at least. Eugenic growth. Okay, that's fine. I do think they're doing. That was very aggressive, so I think they're kind of missing a land. That's what I think, at least. It will pass after that. An impossible play. Rampage. Okay. 13. Yes. Soul Scar Mage. Birth Lightning, yeah, that's fine. Kind of what we signed up for. Okay, like I know they have. God. Do I care about Fatal Push in this necessarily? No, probably not. I think if I thought see them, I think it's gonna be more impactful long term. So I can save the Fatal Push. And that's the nice thing about not being damage based around these removal spells is I don't actually care about some of these. Ooh, Reveler. No. No. You don't get Reveler. Yeah, if I take anything else, they can just cast Reveler next turn, which is stupid. So we're just going to take the Reveler and move on. This also keeps out one creature, so it kind of makes that plan a little bit better about minimizing what they're doing. If they want to, they can. I mean, they can essentially empty their hand here, right? But I think I'm okay with that. And they just drew a land, so I know exactly what their hand is, minus whatever Metamorpho cycles into. If they want to, it's like what? Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Yeah, so they can deal me 9, put me to 6, which is stupid. Metamorphose. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Green red, so they don't have to use life to mutagenic growth. I should draw a second land, yeah. And I was saying that before, like, the deck plays 18 lands, so there are a lot of situations where I'm just like, if I can draw a land, I'm golden. It's like, you can't draw another land. It's like, that's cool. I understand. Puts me down to 6. If I draw a second land here, I'm in, like, great shape. I can just go Death Shadow into Fatal Push. Ooh, they drew another mutagenic growth. Okay. They have no hand. Do I just cast my own Death Shadow? Is that aggressive? Nah, it's fine. This is what we signed up for. This is... Yeah, we're fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Just Death Shadow. Go. You're fine. Yeah, they have no... Oh, they're actually dead? Are they dead? Is the game over? They're going to draw a card. Let the Fire the Islet. As long as they don't draw... I'll see you later, Mapson. If they don't draw Lightning Bolt here, I think... Or a second removal spell. They can draw... You can draw another removal spell. Like, I get got by, like, Vapor Snag, I guess. But I don't know if they play Vapor Snag. You got Metamorphose. Get a redraw. Blue-red. Swift Spear. Does not do it. Attack with both. Send a message. No, message sent. That's a little late, but still okay. Yeah, so we'll attack. You'll block because you have to. Always kill the opponent. Yes. Just for fun. Oh no! No! Blah blah. No! Okay. I messed up. I tapped the wrong land. I was thinking about Soul Scar Mage and tapped the Blood Crypt. Ugh, so miserable. Okay. Well, I'm dead to Lightning Bolt. So. Conceded from the game! Good enough. Okay. Cool. 3-1. I've played 4 matches in 50 minutes. They're all 2-0 or 0-2. That's also pretty nice. I mean, like, if you're going to lose, you might as well lose quickly. Just get it over with. I got things to do. I actually don't have things to do. I do have to make dinner. I'm making baked ziti tonight. So, that's the big plan. A little zeet. But I still have, I think, an hour before I start making that. I should have flexed just to have it. Be like, got all these still. And be like, oh, you're bad at this. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you're worse. All right, let's. I'm gonna play. No, that's okay. Luris. Okay, this is like medium, I think, in my mind. Big Ziti is like, ooh, delightful. Yeah, it's gonna be cooked with sweet Italian sausage. So I'm pretty pumped. Pretty pumped. I'm gonna be honest with you. We got bump here. I think I'm just gonna go Blood Crypt from hand, play Mage, and then next turn we can try to play around with the bauble a little bit. That way, get the trigger on the Mage there. So we'll do that. We'll shock. Play Soul Scar Mage. Pass. I hate. So I mentioned this in a couple of videos. I always hate cards that I can cast for free, especially when you can cast them for free at instant speed. So, like, once upon a time, this happened to me. Same thing with Summoner's Pact, where I'm like, I really just want to like pass my turn because I have nothing else to do, and they're like, oh, but you could do this. Like, I guess technically, I'm not going to though. And they're like, yeah, but you could. Like that. Okay. Let's bobble. We'll target ourselves. What we get? Are you a good card or a bad card? I like Thoughtseize. We'll play Foothills. We'll bump the opponent. Get bumped. Get bumped. Get bumped. Get bumped. Get bumped. And we'll pass after that. We'll draw that Thoughtseize that everyone's so excited about. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I don't want to necessarily draw another land. So you only, I think I mentioned this in earlier too, you actually only have 6 lands in this deck. So like drawing lands is actually like not good for you. It's very bad. Like actual lands, like actually drawing Blood Crypt, because you have a bunch of fetches. So let's Thoughtseize you. I'm assuming we have something pretty spicy on the other side of the table, but it could be wrong. They have like Lightning Bolt. I don't necessarily want to take that. I think I would just play the Soul Scar, let that get eaten by the Bolt, and then I'll have the Scourge next turn. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. I think I just want to play the Soul Scar still. Like this Scourge, if I play it next turn, I can kind of play it with protection. Okay. Since it's going to be Blue Moon, playing the... Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Thought maybe I'll just do that off the Bloodstained Mire. Make sure I get a Swamp. It's a good call. I didn't think about that. Eugenic Growth is nice. Okay, so do I need the land necessarily? Well, that's the thing too. So that's a good point. If they're playing Blue Moon, am I likely to? Like they have. I'm assuming they have a counter spell here. I just don't know what it would be. Does the counter spell matter in my mind? I don't think so. Let's just attack. We're going to Mutagenic Growth. They have something I don't particularly care. This at least puts everyone at 13 all. If you do have a removal spell, I feel kind of bad, but once again, the point of this was to get eaten by a Lightning Bolt, so if it gets eaten by a Lightning Bolt, I'm actually okay with that. Maybe I should have played the Lightning Bolt first, though, my Lightning Bolt, and then I could have countered their Lightning Bolt with the Mutagenic Growth. Nope, they're fine with this. Okay. Okay, so playing this now. They could have a hard counter, but if they have a hard counter, they always have a hard counter. They don't have Cryptic. They have Opt. I like Opt. Opt is fine. We got a Scourge. Remand. Okay, I'm fine with Remand. I'm not happy with it, but like remand. Good swamp. Thank you, Brendan, because I definitely would have not thought about that. And we'll replace Scourge. And I go to 12. So now they have triple blue up. I'm assuming they're going to have Cryptic here. But they'll probably just tap my team, draw a card. Gotta make a guess. If they do that, I actually just get to play, or put this into my hand. So we're just going to, I'm actually going to, do I play the land? Does it matter? I don't think so. We're just going to attack. That's fascinating. No. No. Yeah. Sure. No, I thought. I don't know. I thought you were gonna. I think you might have Lightning Bolt still, and you're just like trying to get me here, but I think it's fine. Do you block? I would have blocked first. Yeah, that seems good. You go to 4. I have a 10/10. And I'm going to get my creature back from the companion zone, which I don't actually know. Does it have a name? Like, is it not DC Discovery Zone? That's what I assume the name of this card is, but... Alright. So we're at the point now where we're running out of fetchable, so this is going to end up fetching just a... Yeah, just fetching a mountain here. And once again, I'm just fetching now because I do not want to draw a land, because I only have literally Blood Crypt in the deck. It's the only land left in the deck. Alright. Okay. Snapcaster? Yep. Okay. Oh, just draw 2 cards. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Potentially. I mean, like, I guess you're at least playing around the possibility of me having something. Yep. I was going to play this, but that's obviously a trap. We're going to play... I was like, oh, I can just play Death Shadow, and then I have Death Shadow. We're not going to do that. We could play Lurith and you just counter it, but that means you don't get to draw a bunch of cards, which I think is fine. And then I can follow up with Death Shadow. Yep, that's fine. So we'll play our Shadow. 4/4, so they're both lethal. Got a land. Yeah, like second, I guess essentially third in this game, but another Archmage's Charm is super annoying. My creature's still bigger. We got a shark. Okay. Good old sharks, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, I think Brendan's right. I think this is actually Blue Moon. So if they're playing Blue Moon, what am I worried about? What do I want? Torment Script seems fine, but I'm not sure if that's like something I'm like excited about. Brutality seems good. Right, at least as a duress. So maybe we bring in the brutalities. And the crypt, maybe like 2 crypts. I don't think I need 3 crypts here. We can cut. I think I do this a lot too. I just cut some number of these cards. Maybe this is actually the match where we cut the T-Burn Battle Rage. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just cut bumps. Cut bump. Ooh, just shot it. Get back in there. What is this? And spike. Go from there. That's fine. Okay. TZ. Discovery Zone. Discovery Zone. I'm all jazzed up about DZ Discovery Zone now. I miss that place. Okay. This hand's not good. This hand's actually unplayable. This is a series of cards. Let's throw back. I kind of want to throw back a land and a shadow, but maybe that's like wrong. Definitely a Bloodstained Mire. I think shadow. I'm just gonna, I guess, have an aggressive hand. Yeah, it's just not gonna be great. Easy. Discovery Zone. Fuck. Let's play this. So we'll save the Tormod script for turn 2. Like, they're not going to do anything with it anyways, to be fair. So I'm better off saving it as a prowess trigger. Yep. He'll do his turn. Live out. It's a great card. So then on our turn, we get to go Swift Spear, Spike, Crypt, attack for 1 billion, which I'm okay with. Or we just go Swift Spear, get Swifty. Brendan kind of mentioned this before. Maybe I actually do want the swamp, just so I have it. If I'm not getting brickwalled, but at the same time, if I do that, I can't play double Swift Spear, and I'm greedy. So we're gonna go full greed here. Full greed. Full greed. Tormod's Crypt. I'm doing this now too. Like, I could try to save it for one big turn next turn, but I also want to. I'd rather be in the position where I don't know what they're trying to do here. Remand? Please remand. Oh, Shark Typhoon. That's fine. It's like if they could remand my 0 mana spell, I'd be really excited. But I want to get my damage in while I know they don't have access to Archmage's Charm, because that's going to kind of wreak havoc on my board if they have it. Multiply makes this better, I think. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Another Soul Scar. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna attack with everybody, put them to 10. Try to put them to 10. I'm just trying to play around Charm as much as humanly possible. Do I want a Tormod's Crypt? Kind of, but like... Yeah, so that's fine. They're going to target opt. They're going to block, I assume. We'll play a Soul Scar. They're going to fetch the Tarn. When they do, that's when I'm going to either... But you get a land, so it's really a win-win. Alright, so they probably have... They opted in their hand. You got it, champ. They probably do have Charm, or Blood Moon rather, I think, in this spot, because otherwise why would you... search for another island instead of a vent. But maybe they wanted to minimize the amount of damage they were taking. That would make sense too. Okay. I like that card. Yeah, I like that card. It's like something I'd rather do in one turn, but all things considered. So if they have Charm, they're going to do it now. If they don't, they're just taking 4 this turn. They could have Cryptic too, because Cryptic in this spot is really nice. Yeah, counter and tap your team. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try Thoughtseize you. Yeah, if I can get Thoughtseize in a spike, we're done. But we'll see what they do. Like, me crypticing them, it's not the worst. Like, I'm happy with that, too. Cryptic again! Get cryptid. Let's... I guess we'll pass, then. I just want to save the prowess triggers for when it's relevant. Like, is that something I should be, like, post-combat? You know what I mean? Like, is that a post-combat time for... Put cryptic on top, sure. Yes, I know you guys have. I know you have cryptid here, cryptic. So I think maybe we'll just do this post combat. Yeah, we'll do this post combat. What do you? Oh, bouncing. Sure, you got a champ. I mean, I'm okay just spiking you. Kind of want to spike your gun, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, just now. Alright, they're at 3. Like that, on top, sounds good. Like, they can do this, I guess. I don't see them, but they're putting it on top. That's good for me. Okay. Got it. I can't. What can I do? I mean, I'm just a poor innocent guy trying to kill an opponent. Yeah, let's try to kill an opponent. Do you have 4th? You do not have 4th. Good to know. Awesome. Alright. So 4-1. I'm happy with that. Alright. I would like to keep streaming, but I do want to make sure when my wife comes home, I've got dinner started. So I am going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, though. We got a couple people in the chat. Yeah, right. It's the perfect end to the perfect league. So, but I'm going to get out of here. I will see all of you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye.